radius, and 3 bones of carpus. They are os scaphoidum, os lunatum, and os triquetrum. Pisiform bone not participate in this joint. That is why 4 bones, radius, os scaphoidum, lunatum, and triquetrum. 3 bones of carpus. This is radiocarpal joint. It is compound, 4 bones, ellipsoid, and biaxial. Movements in frontal axis, flexion and extension, and in sagittal axis, abduction and adduction. Circumduction, that is combined together, flexion, extension, abduction and adduction, and when we move together, we receive circumduction. It is not rotation, that is different things. Circumduction, that is if we together makes flexion, extension, abduction and adduction, that is circumduction. Next joint between proximal and distal bones of carpus, that is mediocarpal joint, articulatio mediocarpa. It is compound joint and it has S shape. It is 2 spheroid joint in different direction. One joint where head of os capitatum looks backward, upward, and another joint where scaphoid bone moves downward. That is S-shaped joint. But in function, it is biaxial joint, the same like radiocarpal joint. And ligaments you should know in both of these joints, radiocarpal and mediocarpal joint. Ligamentum collaterale carpi radiale, ligamentum collaterale carpi ulnare, ligamentum radiocarpium palmare, and ligamentum radiocarpium dorsale. Next joint, that is joint between bones of carpus and metacarpus. Carpo-metacarpal joints, articulatio carpo-metacarpa. All of them are plain and tight joints, joints with limited function, that is amphiarthrosis, and only joint of the first metacarpal bone and trapezius bone makes saddle joint, articulatio carpa metacarpa pollicis, pollux, that is a thumb, articulatio carpa metacarpa pollicis, that is simple saddle biaxial joint. It is flexion, extension, and abduction and adduction. Next joints between metacarpal bones and proximal phalanx, metacarpophalangeal joints, articulatio metacarpophalanga. They are simple ellipsoid, sometimes speak about spheroid joint, but they are biaxial joints. Simple ellipsoid biaxial movements, flexion, extension, and abduction and adduction. Abduction from middle finger and adduction to middle finger, third finger. Okay, it is. And in this joint, you should know one ligament, deep transverse metacarpal ligament, ligamentum metacarpum transversum profundum. And last, they are interphalangeal joints. Interphalangeal, it is proximal and distal, proximal and distal. Only thumb has one joint. Only one, that is why we not speak about proximal or distal, just interphalangeal joint. All another, articulatio interphalange proximalis and articulatio interphalange distalis. All of these joints are simple, hinge joint and uniaxial, and all of them has collateral ligaments.